The Chernobyl disaster, the night that changed the world. April 26, 1986. At exactly 1:23 a.m., an explosion ripped through a nuclear reactor deep inside the Soviet Union. Within seconds, the most powerful nuclear disaster in human history had begun. But the most terrifying part? The people standing only meters away had no idea they were already doomed. Tonight, we uncover the horrifying truth behind Chernobyl disaster, the accident that turned a thriving city into a radioactive ghost town, and why some scientists say the world was only minutes away from something even worse. In the 1980s, the Soviet Union was racing to prove its technological power to the world. One of its greatest achievements was the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant, located near the city of Pripyat in modern-day Ukraine. Pripyat was a young, vibrant city. Nearly 50,000 people lived there, mostly workers and their families. It had schools, parks, cinemas, and even an amusement park that was scheduled to open the very next day. But inside Reactor number 4, a dangerous experiment was about to begin. Engineers at the plant wanted to test something important. If the power suddenly failed, could the spinning turbines still produce enough electricity to keep the cooling systems running? It seemed like a simple safety test, but to perform it, the operators had to disable multiple safety systems. One by one, critical protections were switched off. Reactor power dropped too low. The reactor became unstable, and the operators began making one fatal mistake after another. At 1:23:40 a.m., the reactor power suddenly surged. Within seconds, it skyrocketed to 100 times its normal level. Fuel rods shattered, steam pressure exploded, and then, boom! A massive explosion blew the 2,000-ton reactor lid into the air. Moments later, a second explosion sent radioactive debris high into the atmosphere. The reactor core was now completely exposed, and nuclear fuel was burning in the open air. Firefighters from nearby stations rushed to the scene. They believed they were fighting a normal electrical fire. They had no protective equipment, no radiation suits, no warning. They climbed onto the roof of the reactor building, picking up burning pieces of graphite with their bare hands. Within minutes, many began experiencing symptoms of acute radiation syndrome: metallic taste in the mouth, burning skin, dizziness. Many of those firefighters would die within weeks. Meanwhile, the residents of Pripyat continued their normal lives. Children played outside. Families walked through the streets. No one told them the truth. Radiation levels in the city were already thousands of times above safe limits. But the evacuation order didn't come until 36 hours later. When buses finally arrived, citizens were told they would leave for only 3 days. Most never returned. Pripyat became a permanent ghost city. The radioactive cloud didn't stop at the Soviet border. It spread across Europe. Radiation was detected in Sweden, Germany, and even parts of the United Kingdom. In fact, the Soviet Union initially denied the disaster. The world only discovered the accident when radiation alarms went off at a Swedish nuclear plant. Only then did the truth begin to emerge. To contain the disaster, the Soviet government sent over 600,000 workers. They were called liquidators, soldiers, engineers, miners, helicopter pilots. Many were ordered to shovel radioactive debris off the reactor roof, working for only 90 seconds at a time because radiation was so intense. Without them, scientists say the explosion could have contaminated half of Europe. Today, the reactor is sealed beneath a massive steel structure known as the Chernobyl New Safe Confinement. The surrounding area is called the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone. Humans left, but wildlife surprisingly returned. Wolves, deer, and wild horses now roam freely through abandoned streets. Nature slowly reclaiming what humans left behind. But the scars of that night remain. The Chernobyl disaster changed nuclear policy across the world. It revealed the dangers of secrecy and the devastating power of nuclear energy when something goes wrong. A single experiment, one reactor, one night. that changed history forever.